Hello everyone, this is going to be our last Kinfolk on a map tier list, accompanying Ruins, which, as I've stated in my video, I think is the best map in Kindred Fates, and we'll see just how that reflects on the tier list. Avion's A tier. I think Avion's really strong because that they can fly over the cover. You can still take some amount of cover and make Avion have to work for it a little bit. But Avion can kind of negate the cover. Avion can move you around quickly to get you to cover, to help some of your Kinfolk heal a little bit better. And it's just overall a really well-rounded, strong Kinfolk for this map. Silent Murder is probably finally going to be in B tier, going to be the very bottom of B tier, but in B tier nonetheless, because Silent Murder can hide behind walls, wait for people to get close, then jump out and ambush them. So it at least gives you something you can do with Silent Murder that does not require your opponent to make absolutely horrible mistakes. I'm going to put Shovel at the top of A tier. I contemplated putting him in S tier, but I think A tier is more fair because while yes, rest can be absolutely oppressive, there are so many ways to stop a rest from getting off, even on Ruins, that I still think that you have enough that you can do against Shovel. Ember is probably going to get demoted down to B tier just because there's so much cover. It's a lot easier to run away from Ember and hide behind cover and take cover and trade shots with him and stuff like that, and make it a little bit more difficult for him to land his attacks, but Explosion is still really good, so I think you'll still be happy with how Ember works out for you. Honestly, I might put Kadoki at S tier for Ruins because that Kadoki's heal is like a stronger version of Rest. It is so easy to get off, it has no cooldown. And if you have Stunner Flies and Wicked Thorns, you can make it a nightmare for your opponent to chase you. And even if they interrupt you, quote unquote, you can still run away. Where, like, at least with Shovelet, you can still hurt him while he's resting. But Kadoki sees you coming, Kadoki just starts running away. There's no animation, there's nothing, you just go. And that's pretty strong for Kadoki. Kadoki can just kite you forever on Ruins, and it's by far, in my opinion, the most annoying Kinfolk to face on Ruins. I think Lumala is going to be a very high A tier on Ruins because the heal makes the world difference, and especially when you can swap out for the passive and get rid of any status effects on you, you'll be very grateful to have Lumala, especially if you're running a more control-oriented team. Like, one of the main things you can do to take Kadoki out is put a burn or a caustic on him, and Lumala can completely negate that. And Lumala is just a wonderful Kinfolk to have on Ruins. Alright, so for Mekid, I'll probably put him a little bit higher than Silent Murder. Suffers from many of the same weaknesses as Silent Murder, but on Ruins is pretty condensed and compact, so people aren't really going to be able to kite you as easily, and you can maybe surprise them with a surprise Iron Fist around the corner or something like that a little bit more easily than most maps. I'm going to put Skullkin probably closer to the bottom of A tier. Skullkin with rations can be a terror on Ruins. Has great control with Caustic, can hit you through walls with debuffs, can teleport around the map to set up strategic choke points, do whatever, or just run away to heal or anything like that. It makes Skullkin absolutely wonderful Kinfolk on Ruins. And I think at the bottom of A tier, we're going to have Slifer. By far a just amazing Kinfolk to have. Not the best. I still think Avion probably does what Slifer does, but better on Ruins, but you can use Slifer to catch literally any Kinfolk on this list, even Avion. You can catch up with them wherever they go to heal or buff or do whatever they're doing. You can catch up with them, you can bully them, you can debuff through walls. Slifer just has a ton of utility, and that really shines on Ruins. And I think that about does it for this series, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, this is Monstertaming signing off. Hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye, God bless, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.